Guys, so back with the second week with the iPad mini 6. I have my drone out here because I also use this to fly my drone. Now I did buy a new drone. I picked up a new one with the display and I'm about to explain why. So I went out recently on the roof and I took out my DJI Mavic Air 2, excuse me. I've had this now for about 4 years, a little more than 4 years, still works great, right? Okay, now this is the remote that goes with it. And typically you would take this remote, open it up like this, and I'll use my iPhone 14 Pro Max for demonstration. You would normally just set it in like this. You would have the wire pulled out and you would plug it in here, right? And this is how you would fly the drone traditionally using this remote. Well, I decided since I had the iPad mini that I was going to use the mini, and I'll give you a demonstration of that. Well, you would pull out this cable, which is Type C. You get a Type C, you get a Lightning, and you get a micro USB you can plug in here. So I got the Type C, pull this out, and then I bought this little piece right here from Amazon. I think it was like $8. So it just slips right in. This is just a 3D printed piece that someone made that they're selling on Amazon, and you basically would slip it in like this. Make sure you got it all the way to the top, and then this would just lean up against it like that. Then you can take out the iPad mini from its case. Now make sure when you're putting it in, you got the power connection on the right side. So you would just put it in, slip it in like this, and then take the power cable. You don't need to buy an extension or anything, and it just plugs in like that. Easy peasy, right? So then you would turn it on. Oops. You would go to the app, the DJI Fly app. Turn that down some so you can see it. And then here you go. You would finish setting it up. Your sticks here at the bottom that screw in here, right? So what I learned from using it this way was when you're flying this thing, okay, the brightness is fine. I didn't have a problem with the brightness. Now it was a little warm here in Medellin. Typically it's not that warm here. But as I was flying it, I messed around and I felt the back of this thing and it was extremely hot. Okay, because this is the cellular version, so I had GPS. It was just like using my phone. I had GPS, everything going, much bigger screen than looking at it from the iPhone. As comparison, you have this smaller screen compared to this bigger screen. So that is the reason why I decided when I bought another drone, a mini drone, I bought the Mini 3 to be exact, I made sure I got the display to come with it, because even though I can use it like this and it worked absolutely fine, this setup, it was just extremely hot to the touch, because there's a lot of processing power being used, and it was also warm. Now, another reason why I would tell people to do it is because if you're using an iPhone or any high-end phone that has these really high bright screens, you know, 1,000 nits or higher, they're gonna overheat. And I'm sure you guys who've used your iPhones to fly drones have seen that temperature warning come up, and you're like, damn. And you gotta wait for that thing to cool off, and hopefully it cools off in time enough so your drone doesn't just land or do something silly, right? You guys who fly drones are aware of that. But I'm saying all that to you guys to let you know that you can use this mini for many different purposes besides just scribbling and drawing and, you know, what people normally do that I've seen a few reviewers talk about online. This is a device you can use for many different applications, okay? It is more than just a tablet to me. As I said before, it is a personal assistant that I find a variety of different ways on how to use, that's for sure. One of the great things about this though is the battery life so far for me has not been bad. I normally try to keep my brightness super low, and that's to conserve on battery. I've seen some videos where people keep their brightness all the way up, extremely high like this, and it's like, you gotta know you killing your battery. Even though it's a nice screen, it's only an LCD screen, but it's still a nice screen and you can see everything, you're literally killing your battery. So just having that brightness down a touch, especially when you're indoors and you can clearly see everything like this, it's much better doing it this way. Now with this pencil, you know, I had someone ask me about this pencil. This is not something you have to have. I just have it because I was using it with my my iPad Pro 12.9 M1 from 2021. I've had this pencil though since the 2018 iPad Pro. So, you know, I wasn't really using it that much because I have a mouse, the Magic Mouse that I use with it. Especially since I got the MacBook M3, I kind of use those two in combination together. And this is like my other setup that I use outside of that. But this thing has a lot of different things you can do with it besides just the typical things that they show you on YouTube. You can get very creative using this thing. There's some people who use it as a home kit, right? This is like the hub for their home kit. Some people use it as a setup for their entertainment. Like they have maybe HomePod speakers, the mini as well as the full size. And this is their DJ setup. You know, you find many different ways you can use this product. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it. I just wanted to share with you all my second week using the iPad Mini 6 with my drone setup right here. And it has worked perfectly well for me. No complaints about it other than when it is hot outside though, expect this thing to get extremely hot. And it made that temperature, like with the phone, the temperature never came on and said it was too hot to use. But I'm sure if you're in a really hot climate, like I'm from Arizona, if I was outside with this in Arizona, I'm pretty sure it would have shut down for sure. Which is why I take multiple devices with me, which is also another reason why if you're thinking about getting a drone, try to get one that has that display. You will not regret it. All right, guys, so that's it for now. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching as always. Until the next time, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.